Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Naomi and you're watching Naomi's Library. Like I start every video, I remind people that I started over on Bookstagram, and then a couple of my friends encouraged me to start a booktube channel, so this is like my third video on this channel. So today I'm filming a really exciting video, which is my Summerween Readathon TBR. If you haven't heard Summerween, it's a readathon where we're going to be reading thrillers, spooky books, mystery novels in the summertime. We're going to be celebrating Halloween in the summertime. This readathon is hosted by Olivia Reads a Latte and Gabby from Gabby Reads a Lot. They came up with it. I'll link their announcement videos down below. I believe this is going to be running from August 24th through August 30th. So it's a week-long readathon, and there's only 5 prompts, which I think is really cool because it kind of encourages like less books in a longer period of time, which is a week. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm gonna go over the prompts and what I'm going to possibly be reading for those prompts. I do have 6 books and there's only 5 prompts. I'm more of like a moody reader, so like I might be in the mood for something right now, but maybe at the time the readathon comes I may not be. So I have options for me. So the first prompt, as it says on here, is read a book with a creepy cover. So pretty much all of these books could fall for that prompt. But the book that came to mind when I first read that prompt was The Memory Police by Joko Ogawa. This book was actually on my Reading Rush TBR, and for my Reading Rush TBR I had 4 books and I read 3 of them, and this was the only one that I left out that I didn't get to read during the Reading Rush. So I'm hoping to read this novel for the Summerween readathon. It is a pretty creepy cover in my opinion. She looks pretty frightened. I don't know. This book, if you didn't know, it is a dystopian novel. I believe it's marketed towards as dystopian, and it's not a mystery or thriller, but I thought I'd read it for the Summerween readathon anyway. And this book, obviously I haven't read it, so I don't know much about the logistics of the novel, but it's about this island where people start forgetting things, and then there's this memory police who takes those things away as people start forgetting. So like, for example, if people start forgetting what towels are, this memory police will go into people's houses and take away towels. I think that's how it works, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm excited to read this one and actually read it. Yeah, that's the first one, creepy cover. Yeah. The second prompt is read a paranormal or supernatural book. So this book that I chose is the one that I'm most excited to read, and that's The Whisper Man by Alex North. I'm really excited to read this. It looks really creepy. It sounds really, really good. I believe it's about this man and his son, and his wife recently passed away, and they move into this new town where years ago there was like this serial killer called the Whisper Man, and they believe he's making like a comeback in this town, and the man believes his son's being targeted. I'm super excited to read this. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is the last book that I recently purchased. I think I got this at Half Price Books. I believe, yeah, I think I got it at Half Price Books for like 10 bucks, so it's a steal. The next prompt is read a book with a haunted house. So this is actually the prompt that I was most excited for, and then I realized I don't really have a lot of books that have a haunted house setting. So I did have Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, but I already read it like a few months ago when it initially came out. I instantly read it, 4.5 stars. I really, really loved that book. But I already read it, so I can't read that. I don't really want to reread that because it seems too soon. So Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, she recommended Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas, and I've actually been recommended this this book a lot recently. I'm not sure entirely what this book is about. Again, it's going to be a common theme in this video. So I believe it's like dark academia. Obviously there's like, it's not a haunted house, but like a creepy house setting. I believe, from what I've heard, it reminds me a lot of Truly Devious and like this boarding school like atmosphere where a whole bunch of kids that are like prodigies and they're like the best of the best go to, and some creepy stuff starts happening. So that's what Catherine House, I believe, is about. And that's pretty much the only book that I have for this prompt, so I hope to get to it. I physically don't have it. As you can see, I didn't show it or anything, and that's because every time I go on the Libby app, it's always available on the ebook and audiobook format. But with my luck with Libby, watch, like the week of the readathon, it's going to become unavailable. Like, I literally have been looking at it because I've been wanting to read it recently, and every time that I look it up on Libby, it's available, so we'll see. But funny story, I'm currently reading Mystery by Stephen King, and I had been looking for the audiobook on Libby because I currently have the physical copy, but it was giving me like a hard time for me to get into it, so I really wanted to do the audiobook as well. There's a car being so loud and rude. Anyway, I hope you guys can't hear the car too much, but like I was saying, I'm reading Mystery and I was looking for the audiobook because I was having a hard time getting into the novel. And I had been waiting for weeks on the Libby app for Mystery to become available because it kept saying that it was going to become available in the next couple of days, but I had been waiting for weeks for it, and the day that I buy it on Audible, like minutes after I buy it, it became available on Libby, and I was so mad. So the next prompt is read a book in the dark. So I already kind of do this on like a regular basis. I don't have very good lighting in my living room, and usually I read next to my boyfriend while he's playing like video games, and he likes to play video games with the light off. So I read a lot with my flashlight, like on my phone, or even when I'm in my room, like reading puts me to sleep very easily, so I usually read with like my flashlight on my phone. Already I do that, so any of these novels are probably going to count, but just in case, I chose something short, and that is You Let Me In by Camilla Bruce. Again, what the fuck is this book about? I'm not sure. So I believe, from what I gathered from the synopsis, it's about this famous like novelist. Her name is Cassandra Tiff, and she writes like murder mystery type of novels, and one day she goes missing, and all that she leaves behind is like her fortune, and one final manuscript, which is a last book that she wrote. And it's very suspicious because she's kind of like surrounded by death. Like, her husband died mysteriously, so did her father and her brother. So they've always thought that she like kind of did those things because she writes like mystery novels, but she was never acquitted for any murder. So, and now she's missing. So I was actually first pitched this novel as like a cold case murder mystery type of thing, so there might be that aspect in this book, but I'm just not aware of it because I haven't read it, and it doesn't say anything about that in the synopsis. Why is it so loud today? Like the dogs, the fucking car, like I'm gonna have to close my window, and it's hot as fuck. Alright, I closed my window, now I moved. Now we don't know if we're in focus, but we'll get through it. It's really hot. So anyway, the last prompt for the Summerween Readathon is read a book recommended by the hosts. So I have 3 different recommendations from the 2 hosts, so I'm gonna go through those now. The first one is a recommendation from Gabby, and that is The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. I was gonna say Carolyn. It's by Karen Slaughter. Gabby did say that her books are very graphic and violent, and I just realized how thick this book is and not the best choice for a readathon. Why would I do that? Let me see how long. This book is 512 pages long. I'm probably not picking this up, but I'm still gonna leave it in this video. Why didn't I like realize all this stuff before I started filming? That would have been good to know. This book is about these, I think they're sisters. These two sisters kind of witnessed their mother being murdered and a whole bunch of like really bad stuff happening to their mom. Obviously this fractures the family relationship with the sisters and their dad. And then in the future, the good daughter, which is, her name is Charlie, she becomes a lawyer like her dad. And then something happens in their town that kind of like brings up those bad memories and like secrets from that day. That's all I know. I don't know much else, unless that I also know that it's very graphic and violent. So probably not picking this up like I said for the readathon, but I'll keep it in this video. This could probably be like the last. I'm not gonna get through all of these books, but if I ever did, this will be the last one that I'd pick up, because it would be kind of dumb to start with a 500-page novel, a readathon, you know what I mean? So The Good Daughter was recommended by Gabby, but sorry Gabby, I'm probably not gonna get to it. The next, I already talked about this book, but the next recommendation came from Olivia Reads a Latte, and that is The Whisper Man. So this kind of killing two birds with one stone. I already explained what this book's about. I'm honestly really excited about this one, and I'm probably going to be picking this one up first. So, how long is this book? Let me see. This one's 355 pages, so it's not that bad for a readathon. I might start with this one. Something weird that I do, if anyone cares, for some reason I always go to the acknowledgements page, and then the page before that usually is the last one, and I always dog ear the last page of a book, because I read a book when I was like in high school, when I first got really into reading, and I was reading it, and then I read the last page without knowing it was the last page, and then I was like looking for the next chapter, and there wasn't any other chapters. It was the ending, and I really didn't like that. So I really like knowing when I'm reading the last page of a book. So that's something weird that I do. I wonder if anyone else does that, or if anyone else like has that weird thing about not knowing what the last page is, but anyway, that's just something weird that I do, I guess. The next book was recommended by Gabby, and this one is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. So I did mention that I read Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and that was 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really loved that book. I also read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. That one I didn't love as much. That one was like a 3-star for me. So I'm excited to read The Last Time I Lied. I also need to read, what's it called? Final Girls by Riley Sager. I believe my best friend here on booktube and bookstagram, Isa, I believe she read Final Girls, or this one. I can't remember now. It was a Riley Sager book that I haven't read. So it was either this one or Final Girls. But she liked it. If you want to hear her thoughts, I'll link down below her wrap-up video. But I'm excited to read this one, and this one has a really cool setting, which is like a summer camp, and it's also a creepy book, so it kind of reminds me of like Pretty Little Liars a little bit. But this book's about a girl named Emma, and when she's at summer camp, when she's younger at summer camp, one night her friends go missing. I believe it's like 3 friends of hers that go missing. And they go missing and they're never seen again, and then in the future when she's older, she takes all of these like this experience and she puts it into art. And then like the people that run the summer camp find her art and ask her to come back to the summer camp and be an art instructor. And then I believe she's put back in the same cabin, and then she starts discovering secrets from what happened many years ago. So it sounds super interesting. It's also a shorter one. well, not really, not actually that short. It's 369 pages. So I'm really excited about this one as well. And then after this one, I need to read Final Girls, and then I've read all of Riley Sager's books. And then the last book that I have with me, as you can see, I've went through all the prompts, and this one would only fit the creepy cover prompt, but I have this one because it's a creepy book that I've been wanting to read. It's like a thriller mystery. It's more thriller. It's a YA thriller novel, and it's The Twin by Natasha Preston. I got this ARC. This is an ARC. This book came out in March 2020, so it's already out. And I got this ARC at YALLFest. So this is a thriller novel that really reminds me of the movie called Roommates. I don't know if people have seen that movie. It's with the girl from Gossip Girl that plays Blair. Anyway, this book is about these two twins that at birth, their parents are separating, so one twin goes with the mom and one twin goes with the dad, and then later on when they're teenagers, like in high school, the mom passes away, so the one twin has to go with their dad and their other twin, and then weird shit starts happening at their home and at school with the other twin's boyfriend, if you know what I mean. So, I'm excited to read this. I've never heard of Natasha Preston before, so this would be my first novel of Natasha Preston, because I see she has like a book called The Cellar, which is a #1 New York Times best-selling book, so that's pretty cool. I was actually really excited for getting this book at YALLFest, and then I never fucking read it before it came out. Like, that's so dumb, but it's out now, so if anyone wants to read this book, it's out, so you don't have to wait, even though I'm reading an ARC and advanced reader's copy. I'm so stupid. Anyway, that is all the books that I plan on reading for the Summerween Readathon, and I'm super excited because I love mystery and thriller novels, and I've really been getting into them recently. So I'm really excited about this readathon. I have all the books in my lap, and I just realized you guys can't see them. So, oh my god, no. Okay. Yay! I'll just probably do a thumbnail now, and then, yeah, that's it. So, let me know if you guys are joining, because this is super exciting. If Gabby and Olivia are watching this, I hope you guys make this an every year thing. Please. Also, I completely forgot to mention my outfit. I was like, what's a creepy outfit? So I just went with like black and white, and then I was like, I need some red. So like, I did my makeup. You can't even see that. My makeup is red. I don't know if you can see that. What is that face? Anyway, that's it. I'm sorry. Like I said, just let me know if you guys are joining. I'd love to do some sprints together or something. I kind of always create group chats every time there's a readathon for sprints, so let me know if you're joining and you want to sprint with me. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye!